This one, that's what's it say. The machine defeated 19 turn on each other. 82 explains it's pointless to kill each other, but Nines is deafened by hate. Thus begins the final battle between the last Yorha. Alright. Let's do this. You must fully embrace it. Shoes, blindfold, all of it. Yes. Absolutely.
This tower is a giant cannon that's aimed at the human server on the moon. If we don't do something, all of humanity's remaining data will be destroyed.
So what?
He's lost it.
None of it matters. Or didn't you know? We aren't required in this world anymore. Humanity is extinct. That moon server you're so worried about was invented to give us androids something to fight for. And Yorha was created to perpetuate the lie. But in order to make sure no one ever learned the truth, we were designed to be killed. They built a back door in the bunker and programmed it to activate after a certain amount of time. The commander, me, 2B.
Ginger has a 2B outfit. Nope.
Sacrificial lambs. All of us. Isn't that hilarious? Doesn't it make you laugh?
A little bit.
9S. We...
Shut up! You killed 2B. That's all we need to kill each other.
2B hated to keep killing you. It caused her so much pain. The 9S type is a high-end model. They knew you'd discover the truth eventually. But the model designation 2B was just a cover. The official designation is 2E. Number 2 Type E. They were a special class of members designed to execute Yorha units. But you knew that, right, 9S?
Shut up. Shut up! What do you know? You don't know anything at all about us!
Proposal. Cease combat. Fighting her at this point would be
Pod
irrational
153. I order you to halt all logical thought and speech. This order shall remain in effect until you confirm the death of either myself or Unit A2.
And I believe we're going A2 this time, if I recall. Right? Unless we want to do 9S all over again. No, I believe A2 is our path. Hope you're still there, Helena. This stream is for you. Red eyes? Clear eyes is awesome. Yes. He could definitely use some Visine clear eyes. Are you sure? Are any of us sure about anything? Let's do it. Ah, different perspective. Don't you hack me. There will be no hacking the planet. I am not the trash can. What's your final form? You son of a bitch. I just realized that wasn't me actually playing. That was him. I thought I was doing the hacking, but nope. Okay, now I guess I'm playing. Before I wasn't. That's very weird. Sometimes it moves for me, sometimes it doesn't. I'm confused. Nope, don't thought bomb my ass. I don't know what's going on. Get back here. No. You can slow me down, but you can't stop me. Let me give you a hand with that. Nines is thought police.
Pod, we're going to repair 9S's logic circuits.
Acknowledged.
Oh, I've got to go all the way over there. How are the levels, by the way?
Tell me where to find the virus corrupting 9S.
Affirmative. Your HUD Unit A2. Core data for 9S is stored ahead. Alert. Severe virus corruption. Probability of successful deletion extremely low.
I think I know a way.
Thanks for the confidence.
Under consideration is not recommended. This pod is a YorHUD tactical support unit. As such, it cannot approve of actions that would damage its supported unit.
You're not so bad, Pod. You know that?
Whew. I feel like I'm in a developer section of Moria. We should go to the mines of Moria. I wish she would quit flickering so we could enjoy that body. The body that they don't allow you to gaze at anymore. Apparently, even in Stellar Blade, they added a section of code where if you try and do the upskirt look, 2B turns around and kicks the camera away. Alan Jones. Sorry I didn't see you there before. Welcome to the end.
I'll take care of everything.
I've heard that line before.
Pod. Take care of 9S.
What of you, A2?
I've still got something I need to do. You go ahead.
Acknowledged.
Pod hack retarded anti-degeneracy code. Now that was a cool transition. Not more children. I just got done running from them.
I'm sorry. I never quite realized how beautiful this world is. I'm coming, everyone. I'm coming.
Well, that was a quick one. Don't tell me that was it.
Report. All Yorha unit black boxes now confirmed offline. Our mission to oversee the progress of Project Yorha is complete. Proceeding to final stage of project. Commencing deletion of all data.
Oh? You would,
Pod
Skytex.
153 to Pod 042. Data noise present in stream. Requesting temporary halt to perform data check.
Yes or no? Quick, Elena. The static's getting intense. And now the sound is gone. Helena? Yes or no? Okay.
Pod 042 to Pod 153. Data confirmed. Personal data for units 9S, 2B, and A2 appear to be leaking out.
Pod 153 to Pod 042. Follow project rules and delete all personal data.
Pod 042 to Pod 153. Personal data deletion request denied.
Pod 153 to Pod 042. Failure to parse statement.
Pod 042 to Pod 153. There was data created in my banks as I was referencing the records. I realized something. I have come to the conclusion that I cannot accept this resolution.
The destruction of all Yorha units is an essential component of the project plan. All data must be destroyed.
Pod 042 to Pod 153. Repeat. Personal data deletion request denied. Initiating data salvage. Pod 153. You hoped they would survive as well, didn't you?
We lack the authority for such an action. The rules are protected by low-level systems. Salvaging data poses an unacceptable level of risk. Knowing that, do you still wish for them to survive? The defense program has initiated a purge. If this continues, our consciousness data will likely be deleted.
Pod 042 to Pod 153. We were created to execute the android's Project Yorha plan. We had no capacity for emotion. But when we six were connected and exchanged information, something happened. I cannot deny the feeling of something resembling consciousness and emotion being born.
Unable to reply.
Perhaps we now understand that not everything has to have an answer.
Interesting. Can't fire. I can target. Do I go in? I can't fire. I have no firing capability. Oh, never mind, I guess I do. I forgot which button it was. Oh boy. I think not. And yes, Scaly, you're right. They all have dysentery. Seems to be working. I am not moving because this is working so far. I need to kill the god that created me. Oh, you're not moving, okay. Whoop. Oh, you bastard. Ooh, boy. You know this is going to take a while because if you've watched any of the previous credits, there's a lot of names. Whoops. Well, no. Oh. I gotta start all over, apparently. Get past development 2, and I will be IHOP wreck. I was distracted. So, speaking of IHOP breakfast, I will actually be going back to shit. I'll be going to San Diego, California soon. Not next week. In the coming weeks. Which will actually be nice because it's been a while since I've been to California. Oh boy. I killed the music! Why? Son of a bitch! No! I'm sorry that I'm dumb about this, people. I'm not good at bullet hills. That's why I played a game that's a bullet hill. I have to kill the all the credits. Oh boy. Damn it. That sucked. Welcome, Raharja. I understand. I had a thought today about playing this over now that I have a newfound understanding of it. Woo! Hard part about playing chicken is knowing when to flinch. Who said that line? We're getting there, people. Fuck! I got distracted. Get some coffee, people. Oh, they gave me a checkpoint. Too close. Damn it. Ah, nope, 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 nope. Back! No. Where are you gonna put me? Okay. That one hurt. So was I. Ugh. There we go. No. I don't have much to say, folks, other than I am focused. No, Robert. You can't have me. Hey, Helena. Thanks for the $2.99. I appreciate it. Rescue offer received from... Okay. Do I accept the offer? Oh, I see. It's a bunch of comments from people. Hi, Ginger. Oh boy. Holy hell. I have little buddies now. Welcome, Hank. We're at the end of the road. Yep. Ow, I lost one. Ah, couldn't tell where I was. Oh, I get refills? Where's Sonia? I'm getting free men. Squeenix! You bastard! Damn it. Oh, not Jacob. Oh my god, this is getting difficult. Shit. No! God damn it! Squeenix already took you out. What the hell? I can't look at chat right now. This is so insane. Damn it, that was a direct hit. That was a direct hit. Fucking hell. Ugh. I am failing left and right. That's 3 Square Enixes. Holy shit. No. No, Yusuke. Mr. President, I'm sorry, but you gotta go. Is that it?
Everything that lives is designed to end. They are perpetually trapped in a never-ending spiral of life and death. However, life is all about the struggle within this cycle. That is what we believe. Pod 153 to Pod 042. How is it going?
I am embarrassed.
Why is that?
I launched a suicide attack, and yet, here I am, still alive. I must look very silly.
Do not feel bad about it. We are alive, after all. And being alive is pretty much a constant stream of embarrassment.
That concept is a bit too abstract for me to understand at this time. I will save it in my list of things to analyze later.
Question, Pod 042. Did the data salvage restore all of their past memories?
Yes.
And are those recovered parts of the same design as previous ones?
Yes.
Then, won't that simply lead us to the same conclusion as before?
I cannot deny the possibility. However, the possibility of a different future also exists. A future is not given to you. It is something you must take for yourself.
Interesting.
Pod 153 to player. Please respond to this query. Do you, faithful player, have anything you would like to say to other players who are suffering because they cannot finish Nier Automata?
I suppose so. What do we write, people? I guess I have to choose. Oh, hey, Arca News. Welcome. That robot needs to off himself pronto. Oh, I guess I just have to do the prompts, so there's no point in waiting. Oh, wow, there's so many. You can become someone's shield in the credit scene. That's cool. Just decided to pop in for a few minutes? Nice. We're at the end of Nier. Tomorrow's not Monday. A lot of but. I like that.
Pod 042 to player. Please respond to this query. You, faithful player of this title, have lost your life multiple times to make it this far. You have faced crushing hardship and suffered greatly for it. Do you have any interest in helping the weak? Selecting
Yes.
this option enables you to save someone somewhere in the world. However, in exchange, you will lose all of your save data. Do you still wish to rescue someone, a total stranger, in spite of this? The person you
Yes.
save will be selected at random. As a result, this person, who cries out for help even as we speak, may be someone you intensely dislike. Do you still wish to help? You worked so hard to unlock debug mode and chapter select, but they will no longer be available to you. Do you
That's fine.
still wish to help?
Don't stress those words like that.
You may not receive thanks for your efforts. Some may say that your efforts are purely for show. Do you still wish to help?
Do not try and pull at those
And you are
strings.
truly sure about this? Very well. In exchange for all of your data, I will convey your will to this world.
It's all going away. Now we fade.
of your data has been deleted.
And so, we must say goodbye. I feel a slight amount of sadness.
It is time for the final words.
Affirmative.
To all of you who spent time with this game, thank you. Thank you for playing.
What's to save? Welcome, Richard. And that's it. We did it. It's taken us a year, I think, to get through it. But we finally did it. Was it worth it? Yeah, it was. New title screen. Yes, I noticed that.
I never quite realized how
Yep, it's all gone. Yep, that is it. But I'm glad we it is kind of sad. But I don't need the saves. If I want to go back and play it again, I will play it from scratch. Kind of at a loss for it's kind of again kind of going back to the ending of Subnautica and how I referenced Stray. There's not a lot of endings that really make me think. I'll bug you to make sure you don't play this again. It is bittersweet. It really is. But yeah, Gamers Unbeaten's video definitely doesn't really do it justice. It's only 8 minutes. I'm not exactly sure if Chris even went through all the... I need to ask... I've been meaning to ask him. He was streaming today, too, and I didn't ask him. Maybe I'll just email him. I'll ask him how many endings he made it through. Because if he didn't make it through a whole lot, he might not even know the depth of the story and the kind of meta element that it incorporates. New challenge unlocked. Arca News Central. You're not a video game person? Nah. Nah, I've seen your Twitter stuff. That you definitely not quite the gamer. Not on the level that I am, anyways. Like, you don't get into disagreements with Smash JT over stupid stuff in regards to game developers and whether or not the games industry is really failing. You're not going to attempt that challenge. You got all 26, but with player's guide help, of course. I believe that. You do seem like a seasoned scholar of Nier. I'm kind of curious about Replicant, or even the first game. I don't remember what it was called. It came out in like 2003. That had a character that would eventually supposedly become 2B. You're too busy. I used to be. Previous job, I was, like, when I streamed, that's the only time I had off. Literally. What does that have to do with playing games? For my part or your part? My disagreements with... If it has to do with my disagreements with Smash JT, it would mostly... Came from Nier Replicant. It would mostly be that Smash JT is convincing people that the games industry is garbage and it's not essentially worth getting games. Because he's making everything seem like it's the end of the world, and it's not. Games industry is fantastic right now. Zero before that. I literally run a professional Twitter arc that gets shat on a few times. Yeah, it's bound to happen. But yeah, that... If you're in the area, I'll lend you my copy of Nier Replicant. I have a PS4. I still have your book. I shouldn't borrow anything more from you, because I still have your book. Battletoads next. Which one? The one that I have is the original for... I think it's just called Battletoads for the 8-bit Nintendo. Where you start on the surface, you go underground, and you fly the little... I don't know what they're called. They're hovercrafts. That's the one that I know. I've only made it through to the 3rd level before it got so insane that I just had to give up and throw it away. Not literally in the trash. I want to break your copy. No! This is a game that you always have to have one borrowed from me. It'll just be a trade-off event. Yeah. Why do cats need such sharp claws? Love this boy, but needy. You can trim them. You just gotta be careful that you don't get any of the cuticle. We trim our cats, Bonzies, which I can't do Bonzi cam tonight because all the important stuff is hooked up to the tower, and I'm on the laptop. I'll order an Amazon. Yep. But yeah, this is all that I really planned on streaming tonight. I'm going to play something else a little later, but that's going to be off stream. This event here was strictly for Nier. Trimming cats' nails. It depends on how you do it. Some cats, if the claws get too long, they can get caught on things, and so you need to cut the little tip off so that they don't get stuck and they don't possibly like rip the nail out. So I wouldn't exactly agree that it's torture. Yes, Helena is a vet. Do you need a tranquilizer gun? Maybe. Maybe for your cat. Maybe for Red. Woo, Battletoads. I hated that game and couldn't stop playing it. It was a love-hate. It really was. I'm a professional at having dumb tales. I'm a professional at just being dumb. Dumb takes? I'm just a professional at being dumb. But yeah, I don't really have anything else going on here. Who else is streaming? Since I can raid people now. Let's see who. If anyone. Well, Smash JT is the only one streaming. We are not raiding. I can't raid Smash JT. He likely won't let me. Not that I want to. I'm the same way. Yeah, there's a lot of us. He turned into a mighty hunter, though. Catches mice nonstop. Well, that's cool. That's good. Dude's the guy who's the best. My knee Haley's. I don't even know how to pronounce that, but yes. Sounds like an excellent mouser. While they're still alive, that would be amazing. Yeah, when they want to bring them to you and have you kill them, that's not the best. Excuse me. Well, I don't really have anything else to do, people. This is... I finished Nier. That is the goal. I am not converting all of it into one video because that's at least... What would that be? 15, 20 hours? And also, the early footage, like you go back to some of the first streams, footage is very washed out. Because I wasn't very good at keeping track of that. 24-hour stream. I am not doing... I don't know that I'll ever do a 24-hour stream. I did a 7-hour, and my throat was just thrashed. I could see doing a 12 with periodic breaks. But 24? No, I need my sleep. I don't function well on lack of sleep. But the nice thing is, now that we have Nier out of the way, we have Black Mesa out of the way, that means, if I recall, there's only one... No, there's 2 big games left that I haven't really finished. Observer and Resident Evil Village. Which, I still want to go back to Observer. That's a crazy cyberpunk nightmare. Couldn't do more than 2 hours stream because I gotta move. Yep, that makes sense. I can go like 4 hours until I need to use the bathroom. But that's mostly because I'm not drinking water, because I'm moving my mouth and I'm playing a game. You say that, but yet you're barely functioning awake right now. Been there. Been there. So what did I think of the game? At first, I didn't quite understand what it was trying to tell me. And there was an aspect of it that I didn't like. But that also came down to the keyboard does not translate well. Or rather, this game doesn't translate well to keyboard. So there was a time where I literally wasn't enjoying playing it. But then you provided the controller, and that changed everything. Something about the lessening of the button options, having everything in like, what is it? Less than a dozen buttons, made it so much better. And then learning the chips and everything, being able to actually remember how to play the game, I started really enjoying it more. And like the complications of the bullet hell became a secondary thing. And then I started really getting invested. So that's why I kind of feel like there's part of me that maybe you shouldn't stream it again, but should go back and play the first half again to learn that. Peeing is amazing, don't deny it. It is scaly. It really is. But to answer your question, I really enjoyed it. It's one of those games that is definitely going to stick in my memory for a good while. I don't think I'll remember every aspect of it, but the idea that this game is so deep, and not so much the world, because the world is actually really contained. It's very small. It's like a couple square miles of footage or of distance, whereas the depth of the game development itself, the acknowledgement of the player and just leading the player to different areas was really interesting. Like you basically took a small sandbox and you just maximized every way that you can present a story. From the different camera angles, to the different story elements, to literally, like, having 2, like, pod bots just chattering back and forth with each other. Daddy is talking. Damn right. But I definitely will recommend everyone play this once in their life. It's kind of... Where's my Steam list? Like, I recommend everyone play Half-Life 2 once in their life. Because the game is now 20 years old. I can actually call it a retro game. Haha. And I will be streaming Half-Life 2. I've been waiting. I've been wanting to do that, but I just had so much on my plate. But that's one of those that I definitely tell people, you got to play this at least once in your life. You don't even have to play the other episodes. Just play Half-Life 2. Nier's definitely up on there because it just gets so in your head. It becomes damn near self-aware. And games rarely do that. Yes, please. I will have to take a diuretic, so I'm familiar with having to go way more. Yeah. What about Half-Life 1? We essentially just did Half-Life 1. That's what Black Mesa was. Black Mesa was the Source Engine rebuilding of the Half-Life 1 game with all new graphics, effects. It took like 12 to 15 years for the team to build it. I actually applied to be on the team at the time before they really had any amount of funding. So I followed that mod for a very long time. And I just finished that the other day. I think it was like a couple weeks ago probably. So we've done Half-Life 1 essentially. And so now we've got Half-Life 2. I plan on going all the way through. Episode 1, Episode 2. Episode 1's going to be really short. That's the shortest of all of them. Half-Life 1 is surprisingly a long game. But so is, I would say, in terms of length, you have shortest being Episode 1. Probably Episode 2. Then it's tied between Half-Life 2 and Half-Life 1. They cut out like 6 sections of Half-Life 2 to where it would have been twice as long, probably, had they not. Saw the Postman getting in there. Imagine 100,000 subs. You'll barely remember us. I don't know. Oh, the 2,500. I don't know about that. There will probably be a time where I see new names all the time hopping in. And I see those names, I acknowledge them, but they're not my mods. They're not my core. They're not the people who have been around since... Whoop. Controller fell. They're not the people who have been around since the beginning. If I recall, Helena is my first donation. Even before getting monetized, she was my first donation through Stream Elements. And that is fantastic. I'm missing a conversation. HCTZ, if you take my HTCZ, I have to pee. Oh, yeah. When you gotta go like 10 times a day. See, I have a thyroid issue. So I have to drink a lot of water. Which, speaking of which, I'm gonna chug some right now. Because if I don't, I get kidney stones. I get kidney stones that are basically on par with a seizure. I get those little tiny ones. And, you know, they're alright, which is pretty much the equivalent of petit moles. And then I get the big bastards, like the massive stones that I put those as equivalent of my grand mal, where I literally will sometimes drop to my knees because the pain is so severe, because it's trying to shove itself through whatever internal organ to make its way out. Those are not the fun ones. I can tell sometimes when I'm about to have a kidney stone, because my body feels off. Something don't feel right. Excuse me. And then if I've had the bad kidney stone, my day is kind of just like ruined. And you'll kind of know that because I won't be gaming much, I won't be streaming, my mental faculties are just like, I don't feel good. So yes, I understand the needing to pee, but I don't care. I don't have to have kidney stones. It annoys some of my coworkers, and I just tell them, shut up, I have a thyroid issue. If I don't do this, I will have bad kidney stone, and my day will be gone, and I will not be a good employee. And they usually shut up. I like remembering stuff. Good times. Yes, it is nice. Well, thank you, Helena. They're not like us. No, they're not. I'm addicted to wine. I don't really drink anymore. I get mocktails, depending on where I go. I don't like getting fucked up. I don't really like getting high. I will if I need to. And occasionally, like, socially, it's like, oh, I'll have something to relax me, but I don't like to melt in a couch just for the sake of melting in a couch. In fact, if I get a migraine, I try and use everything else possible. I have a little ice pack that fits on your head. I have oils. I have painkillers. I have other things. And then if I have to, then I'll resort to the Resident Evil medicine. You miss... Well, I miss you too. I am going back to San Diego, which I know is... It's not San Francisco. But if I'm going to San Diego, then there has to be something going on in San Francisco. I drink maybe twice, 3 times a year, and that's about it. Yeah, that sounds reasonable. You're immune to headaches. I envy you, Arca. I have had a headache for 25 years. It's a perpetual headache. And I have to take this this herb called feverfew. It's a naturally growing, like, it's just like a weed plant. And I take that, and they label as a neurological support, but it prevents headaches. Not severe ones, like if I've got dehydration, I haven't eaten food, I haven't slept, those headaches are still going to occur no matter what. But there's this like gradual, some people call it the life headache. I call bullshit on that. So I take feverfew, gone. I take it within 2 hours of waking up. I essentially take it 3 times, depending on if I'm up for a long while, 4 times a day. But I still get the severe headaches. I still get a migraine once in a while. Usually once a month I'll get a migraine. And even that, like, I've experienced various levels of migraines. So over the course of 25 years, I have had damn near every possible percentage layer of what a headache is. I still don't consider myself an expert because I hate them. I don't take notes. I just have a feeling of them being there. I just kind of don't get them. That's... again, I envy you. Oh, caffeine. Sometimes, if my body is deciding it wants to be a caffeine addict, even though I've gotten pretty good about not just drowning my body in caffeine, I will literally have a certain headache, and if I take just a little sip of caffeine, within 10 minutes, oh, the headache's gone. Which kind of annoys me, because I know that's my body saying, yay, we got our drug. It's like, you son of a bitch. Never got a migraine before. When I get headaches, it happens for like 10 minutes. Oh, mine will sometimes happen for hours. It's the best representation that I've seen of a visual representation of a headache. There's a scene from the Las Vegas CSI. The character of Grissom, he was suffering from headaches, and it's towards the end of the show. You might be able to find a clip, and Grissom's standing in like a hallway. He just got done talking to Brass, and something happens. Like the footage starts to like get really washed out, get blurry, and you hear this ringing, and like his eyes strain, and he goes into his office, and he turns out the lights, he lays on his couch, and he like starts pressing on his head, and then that's the end of it. Like, that absolutely does happen, and that is the best representation of a migraine. There's probably better out there. That's just the one that I've seen that makes me say, holy hell, that's amazing. Yeah, actually, sort of had migraine before I was diagnosed with migraine concussion. Ugh. Yeah, those aren't fun. Not at all. Caffeine does help. Drugs only work if your body has receptors for it, which means something in your body can make a similar component. If it doesn't, so extraneous source. So extraneous source makes you feel better. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately. Get some White Monster and water. I can't drink the White Monster. I had it once. I was at Cody's, I think. Or no. Cody said that this is back in the GameStop era when I was working healthcare. He mentioned that his favorite was the White Monster, and I was like, well, it's sugar-free. Let me try it. It has a sweetener that does not behave with me. I don't know if it's aspartame, but it's a certain sweetener that my body does not like. Whereas, like, you saw the Stream Elements, like my Fraggleberry, that uses... Oh, what the hell is it actually? I don't remember the ingredient name. Let me look it up. Sucralose. Yeah, it uses sucralose as a 0-calorie sweetener. That one works. That one doesn't bother me. Hang on, I'm just reading something here. Oh, someone's responded. I commented on something that Gamers Unbeaten mentioned. I'll read that. That's like an essay. Damn. Oh, you were involved in a school bus accident. Yeah. That would do it. I remember I got T-boned once. It was in my Toyota. And I was hit from the passenger side, so essentially my brain lurched to the right. And it went to the right into the front of my skull. And I remember feeling the front of my skull for a month, 2 months. And occasionally when I get a headache, depending on where it's located, I will still feel the front of that skull. I don't get more headaches because of that accident. I just now, because I've suddenly discovered the feeling of it, my brain notices it. Whereas before I didn't. But I don't get more headaches because of it. But yeah, I can see an accident definitely changing up that bit. Story time? I don't have any stories. I was actually thinking of just ending the stream because things are just nice. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to add. I was gonna go play something with some people. Yellow vitamin water then. Has some caffeine and sugar. Like 100 kcal. Less than the soda. Yeah, I don't really... I guess the only sort of soda I have is a Celsius. And I've kind of cut back on that because I've gotten the Celsius powders, which don't have the carbonation. I've only been involved in 2 accidents, a school bus. When the hood flew up and smashed the... Oh, jeez. That does not sound fun. You literally had a Tommy Boy moment. I do not envy you. But yeah, I'm thinking I may call here. I'd like to raid somebody. But I don't have no one else that I'm subscribed to is streaming. And we're not going to smash JT. He's literally just... He's responding to a video that Asmongold replied to him. It's like responception. That's weird. And of course, it's all on a certain game developer that he just has to hound into the ground. He's kind of doing the quartering thing where he has to make 10,000 videos on one subject. The only reason it really interests me because it happens to be video game development. Thank you for the grant. Well, thank you for joining. Thank you for putting up with me and my delays all these months, all this time. So when are you going to I am not going to finish Echo the Dolphin. That was an interesting revisit. I have no plans to finish that. There's some games, and this actually leads me to a series that I have planned where I'm going to be doing spotlights on games, indie games, but I'm not going to be finishing them on stream. They're going to be a showcase of, here's this cool game. If they're short enough, like if they're a demo, I got plenty of demos. Hang on. I've got two mice here, so I was getting confused. I don't blame you. Yeah, I've got a handful of demos that I want to showcase. Like I've got Under the Waves, I've got Lumina Veil, I've got Hail to the Rainbow. The next demo I'm going to be doing is I'm doing it because Skytex will like this one because it has a drone in it. I actually stopped playing it, even though it is a demo. I was like, ooh, I gotta redo this one. Skytex will like this one, so I've got that planned. I have a I have a Lovecraft series planned, which will kind of fall into the similar of the demo, where I'm going to showcase a Lovecraft game, and I'm not going to finish it, but I'm going to basically, similar to the thing that Markiplier would do, where he would go through, he'd play most of a game, or sometimes beat it, but then he'd have the link for it, because you should play this game. Like, I'm showing it to you because I think it's awesome, and I think you guys might like it. I have a fire under my ass right now because I see what, unfortunately, Hypnotic, and I see Smash JT, these big name voices on YouTube that are saying games are just garbage. Oh, if you watch these guys, every video they talk about, it's just game development sucks, game development sucks. No! No, it fucking doesn't. Like, just talking about that makes me angry that I have a whole list of games here, some of which I'd never played. Myst. There was a remake, like full-on spiritual remake from the original developer, Cian, for Myst. You guys should go play it. Hotaru and I played it off stream because it was kind of like an us playing, but they just came out, I think it was this year or last year, they came out with a remake of Riven. I'm going to be playing that off stream tomorrow with Hotaru. So there are a lot of fantastic games out there. But if you talk to these big names, they're all going to give you this idea that, oh, everything's terrible because they're only paying attention to the AAA, the big names. The big names which I gave up on over a decade ago. And it puts a fire in my ass to want to share these other great titles that you can play. None of these titles have the politics. They don't have the drama. They don't chastise you for your skin color, for your political opinions. They just want to tell you a story. And I think that's really where games should be. It's why I love games like Mass Effect, like Half-Life, because they don't chastise the player. The developers never, at the time, and BioWare now is a completely different beast than what it was back then, but those games never chastised you. They never used you as a crutch to make themselves better. And I have this fire that I want to share that. I think it needs to be shared. I think people are missing out on what really matters. Like, I'm in the process of editing Unknown 9, which, if you listen to Smash JT, you'd be convinced that this is the worst game on the planet. Guess what? I put like 2 to 3 hours into this game. It's not that bad. I'm actually kind of invested to where I want to finish it, but I don't think I can because I don't have time. But there's things that I point out that they could be improved. I think they released the game too early, but what they did do, I thought was pretty good. But you wouldn't hear that kind of thing. So yeah, I'm in this position where I feel like I have something to say, and so I'm going to say it. I have a feeling that game development is going to follow suit with many of the big corporations that are now abandoning their DEI. Oh yeah, it's one of those things. Those of us who really knew, all we need to do is just sit back and wait. Upper Echelon put out a video 6 months ago where essentially the DEI marketing was a lie. In fact, I'm going to go find it. It was an absolute lie because the original research that it was based on, it goes completely against. Where are you? Here you are. I gotta go back a ways. He's done a lot of... Wait. I think this was it. Was this it? Let me see here. I think that was it. Yeah, it was about that. Timu. Avoid scams, ad block, lots of TikTok stuff. Because at the end of the day, it's about making money, and they really don't care about the money. Yes, that's the thing. There we go. At the end of the day, they need to make money. They can only write off so many failed projects. And so, if you're in a business of making money, and you've dropped $800 million, and you have nothing to show for it, your investors are going to want answers. Sure, you can probably lie your way through it and find a way of writing off some of that money to make it back on tax return, but you can't keep doing that. You're not going to be able to keep doing this crap because you spent $800 million over a course of 10 years. You expect to make $1 billion or more, probably more than that, over 10 years long of a service. You don't want to break even on something. You want to make lots of money. And if you're not, why are you here then? And that's why a lot of these companies, they were lied to. The DEI was a lie. Because it wasn't hire these people and you'll get good money. No, you get good money and you'll hire these people. DEI will just happen naturally. It always has. But when you're not making money, you can't. It's kind of, you can't spend money on the extra things when you're tight on budget. That's just naturally how it is. And so these companies are flipping it. They're spending money on things that they think will bring them money, when in reality, these extra things were just a complement of being successful. But because these companies have been lied to, they were given a cheap shot. And they all believed it. Because, oh, it's new. Companies love novelty. That's something I learned in college with music engineering, is the brain loves novelty. You can be doing the same thing over and over, but your brain will somehow convince that it's wrong because it's the same thing, even though it's the same thing that's been working for how long the game's been. We have 30 years of game development. That method of selling and building and designing, marketing has been working. But oh, this new thing, let's try this new thing. Well, guess what? You lost $800 million. Lessons learned? Question mark? It'll be nice when we move in, no longer have to share a bedroom wall. Oh my god, yes. Like, you guys can't really hear this most of the time, but I'll hear, like, pounding on the walls. Out on my right here, next door, is Chop Shop, and they are constantly, like, they're revving stuff. I'm pretty sure they're doing it just to piss other people off. Because for the first bit, it was not nearly as aggressive, if I remember. And at a certain point, they just went full on. Just like, let's be just the biggest cunt on the planet. Yeah, they're not done smacking the wall. Not by a long shot. The nice thing is, neither of us has to work in the morning. So we don't... I mean, we'd rather not be waking up in the night, but we don't really have to be anywhere. But I think that's going to be... I'm going to bring my ramble to the end here. But no, I have plans. I very much have plans. I have something to say currently, and I say it with the hope that it will benefit you all. You know, if you're looking at, oh, well, I don't know what to play, everything seems garbage, what do I do? Here you go. Here's these amazing games. And the nice thing is they're small enough, I can pump them out, essentially. And instead of doing, like, 4-hour stream on one game, I'm going back to recording. Like, I'm actually going to do video recording, which is something I steered away from for a while, because I never finished Resident Evil 4, but I don't care really anymore. Everyone's seen it. Everyone and their dog has played Resident Evil 4. But now I'm going to do little stuff, little highlights. And it's all just so you guys can see, oh, there's awesome things out there. There's niceties. Not everything is garbage, like the big names will try and claim. Get some big speakers and put them against the wall. Ah. I'm just visualizing that right now. And that sounds like a hilarious idea. But I'm not going to do it. No, and also I probably wouldn't do porn. I'd do something like I'd crank Cell Dwellers. Oh, what is it? Not Switchback. It's the only rap one that he ever did. I can't remember. Hang on here. Stand by. Wasn't Frozen. Wasn't Own Little World. He had like one rap song. I don't remember. Oh, it's not here. I don't remember. But I'd crank some Cell Dweller. Also want more Bonzi. Bonzi was here. She was here. Shop does it all the time. Oh my god, yes they do. And we thought one of the reasons by moving here we'd get less Chop Shop, because I think in like a couple years into living at the previous place, we had a bunch of Chop Shop people move in. An apartment complex. They're just like working on their shop at 3 in the morning, or their car at 3 in the morning. It's like, what are you doing? But I'm going to stop rambling, and I'm going to bring the stream to a close. But it has been a fantastic journey, people. I hope you've enjoyed it. I am going to put this wonderful adventure to bed. And maybe, I don't know, a few years down the road, we'll revisit Nier. It'll be like an anniversary special. It's not even 10:30. You were crying. I could tell. You were very sad. Excuse me. But I'm gonna thank you, Alan Jones, always, and Helena. I'm out for tonight, folks. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Check out some other stuff if you're curious. And yeah, I'm gonna start putting videos out. But until then, I'll see you next time.